So yes, top 10 faux show. Like I mentioned over here when we're talking about the Steph and KD debate. If Steph wins, he's definitely ahead of KD. Wasn't that far behind KD. KD was just a little bit ahead of him because, again, you know, it took Steph about 6, 7, 8 years to get to, you know, that championship, you know, caliber player, super duper star, you know. KD was that kind of guy year two, if I'm being honest, you know, 22, 23. 23, he had his team in the final, okay.
Was it 23? All right, okay. Yeah.
He came in the league, what?
He came in at like 20, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, but you're right. It was very early. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and, you know,
I'm picking, you know what? It is, we were joking about that, but it's still to be determined. But as of right now, if they never played again, I'm drafting Curry over Durant, and Curry's had the better career.
Yes.
Maybe a one-game scenario, I want KD, but other than that, I'm taking Curry. Now that he has won again, I think it just sews in that he's done it again. I think, you know, just he has the accomplishments now. And even when they were together, they really were like a 1A, 1B because Curry was still excellent. Curry was still, when KD was off the court, by the way, they still kept that same machine humming. Mm-hmm. When Curry was off the court and KD was on, that machine was not the same. The numbers showed that back in the day. And now that Curry's won again, Steph Curry, bro, like I put him 8th all time right now. He's coming for your boy. Kobe and Curry. We'll have a deep dive debate one day because that's a toss-up.
He's not coming for nobody. That's something that you want to do to ruffle my feathers. But I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people that you have. Those old heads, you have a 5, 6, 7. You're bugging, okay? I'll tell you that right
old
now.
Heads.
With the way the game moving right now and how things is going, listen, Curry's on the level of people like the likes of Larry Bird and things like that, okay?
Yeah, I would say
that's where he's at. I wouldn't put Larry Bird over Steph. And I wouldn't put Steph over Larry Bird. They're around the same.
That's funny you say that because I put them in the same tier. This is me personally. I put Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, and Russell. Now, Kareem and Russell are old school. I get that. But then my next group is Bird, Magic, and Duncan and Curry. And then Kobe. And Kobe, Shaq, like, you know, Oscar and West.
I wouldn't, you know, like I said.
They're close, man.
Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Shaq definitely tier 3 for sure. I might put Magic even in there, you know.
Ooh, Magic.
Situation. Again, Magic had the best situation coming into the league of basketball. People don't really talk about that enough.
It's fair. I get it.
He had the best situation, bro. Best
What
player.
If Curry had Kareem that whole time?
Hey, imagine that. Yeah. Listen, the reason why I put people like Kobe, Tim Duncan, 3rd tier, believe it or not, for me. Tim, Shaq.
Oh man,
Tim and Shaq. Tim, the first guy off the 3rd one, okay. and you got Shaq, and then Magic, you know, and then the other lights. But yeah, absolutely. You know, we'll get into that debate real soon. We'll go hard at it.
Oh, we're gonna go hard. I'm ready.
Yeah. Again, just think about situation. You know, Tim Duncan got drafted into a team where they had David Robinson.
Okay? Yeah, an old David Robinson.
Old David Robinson with a lot of fucking experience. Okay,
I know.
With a lot of experience.
He walked into the league dominating on offense and defense. 15-year dominance on both ends.
Yeah. Guess what? And then you add, while he's getting old, you add a guy like, you know, Tim Duncan into the mix. That's amazing. That's just like Steph getting old and adding Jordan Poole. That makes his game even a little bit more spicier. You know what I mean? People like that. What's his name? Of course, Kobe had Shaq and all of these things. They had to put them together.
Then he won without him. That was huge.
Yeah, and then he won without him too, back to back. You know, these are things that a lot of people don't do. Go look at that roster, that 09 and 2010 roster.
Hey, Pau Gasol is a great player.
I understand he is a great. So what? Pau Gasol, that's it.
Derek Fisher was a great flopper.
Don't stop fucking playing
Andrew
Derek
Bynum.
Fisher.
Andrew Bynum.
Chris Paul can't win with Derek Fisher. Magic Johnson can't win with Derek Fisher. Okay, Steph ain't winning with Derek Fisher.
The bottom line is Steph is in Kobe's class, and that's something that I wouldn't have said.
Good. That's
I wouldn't have said
second
that.
tier.
I needed to see
He's
this
right.
year.
He's still behind Kobe for sure, but
Okay.
up there for sure. You know what I mean? But the likes of LeBron, Jordan, those two, they're in the top tier by themselves. Nobody else. And everybody else falls below. Kareem, Wilt, all of them fall below. Absolutely.
But Curry. But the bottom line is there's probably no right answer to some of these things, but we'll dive into that and go into numbers and situations and funny stories. But the bottom line is Curry is now in that class, and KD needs to do something in the next couple of years if he wants to be in that class, because I think he's going to be
top 10. If I'm being honest with you, KD's not cracking the top 10. Not cracking the top 10.
Oh, if he wins a ship next year, maybe that changes.
Still, who's he gonna kick out of that top 10? It's gonna be hard. I love KD.
Shaq,
I love KD. He ain't kicking Shaq out of there. How many?
Shaq can't shoot free throws late in games.
We understand that. When has KD carried a team by himself? I hate to bring that stuff up, because why? If you look at it again, he was also
Shaq?
in a situation.
Shaq never carried a team. He had Kobe and Wade.
That's why Shaq is my number 10 or a little bit below. Why? Because these guys needed somebody to set the play up for them. That's why when people are crazy over the Wilt and Kareem, it's like, hey, relax. Bill Russell really is that guy that people may not know. Like
ultimate team player.
Ultimate team player. I'll put him sometimes over Wilt and Kareem just because of how he didn't really have to wait for you, to get the ball. You get what I'm saying? He played point at 5 sometimes. You know what I mean? He could still bring the ball up and do all of these things. Kareem, Wilt, amazing, one of the most dominant players in the league. Okay,
Wilt was too busy looking at the women in the stands, as I mentioned earlier.
But sometimes when you have that kind of size and frame, it's easier. Okay. People like Steph had to fight for their life. Fight harder.
Steph is the best little man of all time, right?
Yes. He definitely surpassed Allen Iverson. Yes, absolutely.
Anyone so that means like Isaiah, Paul, Oscar.
Steph, not a question.
Yeah.
Not a question.
At this point, he's got
not a question. 6'3" and below Steph is definitely the best little guy.
Wade, he passed Wade. Yeah.
Yeah.